What's your name?
You met me before. I'm
yeah. How you doing, man?
I see you.
Hey,
Yeah.
what'd you think of tonight? I was just telling my audience, I wish Bernie would have taken the gloves off a little more. Took him a little while to point out anything about Biden's record, but what were your thoughts?
Well, a lot of other candidates seem to have done that, which was nice to see. I'm glad he brought up the Iraq War vote. I think that's one of his strongest issues that he can stand by. The fact that he was, the only senator, maybe there was one other, if I remember correctly, but Biden voted for it. So how can you defend that? It was infuriating, especially because both of my parents are from Iran. So about 90% of my family does live there. My mom does not sleep at night. She's worried about we're going to go to war with Iran. What they did to Iraq, they're going to do to Iran. And so it's great to see someone like Bernie, who has the record of voting against these type of wars, who will stand firm and say, I will go forward and not vote anymore again for these type of wars.
It wasn't really a surprise, but the first question was to Bernie, are you going to raise taxes on the middle class?
I know.
And then it was almost like they were asking other candidates questions to make him look bad.
Right.
Hoping that they would, it seemed like it's not even subtle. NBC was straight up going after him.
Not surprising. We all know what Comcast owns NBC. Comcast is a huge political donor, right? So, of course, they're going to try and get a gotcha catch for Bernie right off the bat. But, I think he did a good job combating that and saying that, you know what? And he saved it for last, but he did emphasize the fact that the middle class is going to save money with not having to pay with co-pays, deductibles, premiums, right? That's an important thing that they try and not think about, right? So, okay, you pay a little more in taxes, but overall you're going to save money. So what?
I'm honestly not saying this as somebody that on a daily basis goes after Joe Biden. I thought that was one of the worst debate performances. First of all, he literally said, he cut himself off and said, "My time's up."
I know.
The campaign attack ads write themselves. He said that the NRA is not our enemy, the gun manufacturers, like it's a different thing.
Exactly.
And he also, I don't like Kamala Harris's policies, but I thought she had a good moment where she went after him, and he had no answer.
Right. Yeah, when she brought up the fact that that issue affected her when she was a child, that touched a little home there. I'm not really white, so I could understand that perspective, but it was interesting seeing that. It makes you think, did he not have anything more to say? Was it just he thought, I don't have anything else to say, I'm going to use the time running out as an excuse to stop talking? Because literally no other candidate did that, even tonight or last night.
You know what I found really annoying? I just find Eric Stowell annoying, period. But he kept on using these slogans that I think were put in his mind by his team, like pass the torch, or he said the first thing I'm going to do is break up with Russia and make up with NATO. I just want to get your thoughts, because it was just really kind of cringeworthy to me. Some things he said. I thought Michael Bennet was also a net zero.
Right. Yeah, you want to talk about identity politics, you could use ageism as a form of that, right? And you want to pass the torch regarding age. How about passing the torch regarding ideas? Pass the torch to someone who's not going to just fall to the wayside on special interests. It's infuriating. It's infuriating. It's not about who's youngest or what age group you fall in. It's about what ideas you have in your mind and what record you have to go and to show for that.
And when you bring up identity politics, Chuck Todd, another kind of gotcha question against Bernie was Bernie, you're talking about that age should not make it, it's not about one's gender, sex, age. Are you saying that identity is not the strength of the Democratic Party? And Bernie said, no, I think it is, but what's under the hood of that identity? What were your thoughts on that?
I thought it was a great answer. I thought, it's great to have a diverse field, but at the end of the day, what truly matters is to have someone who, like Bernie has said, has the guts to stand up to Wall Street, to Big Pharma, to the military-industrial complex, to all of these predatory special interests that have been really hurting the middle class and the poor class. It's infuriating, but that's where identity politics falls in, and we just got to be smart enough and keep people educated on the actual issues that really matter. And again, diversity is great, but there is more to it than just that.
And I'm not really big on who's up, who's down. I personally think Biden's going to move down a couple notches after this. I personally think, whether I like it or not, Kamala might get a little bounce. I'm pretty sure Bernie might stay around the same. But to me, what I got from tonight, I was telling Ty this, Biden kind of reminds me a little bit of Jeb Bush in 2016. everybody thought he was going to be like the preemptive, but like once he came out and spoke, like it's just not there. What do you think is next as far as Biden? I think the media is going to kind of minimize his performance, but like I'm already seeing on social, even people are saying his campaign was freaking out at how poorly he did.
Wouldn't surprise me. The only reason why I would be somewhat skeptical of that, though, and not relating them exactly like Jeb Bush, is because he was the VP of Obama, who Democrats, pure Democrats, whatever you want to call them, seem to still adore. So that, to me, seems like his own. And if you remember, he used Obama as a shield plenty of times, just as Hillary did in 2016. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see, but I could see the comparison for sure. He definitely did not kill it tonight at all. At all.
And my last question, we're in Miami. It's fucking humid.
Always.
I got to tell you, I said to Ty, I don't know if I can go live. I'm so dehydrated. I'm so tired. I got 4 hours of sleep.
Free water over there, man.
Yeah, I know. So I didn't hear much on climate change.
It was minimal.
It was very minimal. When they asked about it, it was kind of like surfacey. Same thing yesterday. Of course, the DNC refuses to do a specific debate on climate change. As somebody from here, you're from here, right? Are they basically kind of giving it lip service but not really addressing it?
Well, that is a problem, and that's another huge reason why I support Bernie, because he does not give it lip service. He does have a policy, and he is willing to combat that in a real and realistic way. So it's giving lip service. He talks about it all the time. I just was in a car ride with a few of my friends who are also Bernie supporters, and they were talking about they saw a video in 1981 of Bernie talking about how the media does not cover climate enough. That was back. Who else was saying that back then? You don't even have people saying that today. So it's lip service, but that's why we need to support someone like Bernie, who will actually tackle it with his heart and with policy.
Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.